It's hot out here, but
Man, it is hot.
yeah,
It is hot.
it is.
And so is our show.
Yes, sir.
Our show is hot. Shout out to all of our sponsors. It's just been wonderful how everybody is gathering around, supporting us, and I feel delighted.
Yeah, man. Me too, man. Yeah.
You feel good?
Yes, sir. That's grateful, man.
I'm grateful too, my brother. And I'm also excited to know that the NBA Finals is done with, and we're getting one step closer to football.
Yeah, it's about that time. Start putting them pads on.
It's about that time. But let's talk about the NBA Finals. The Oklahoma City Thunder. They beat the Indiana Pacers 103-91. It was their first championship since the franchise relocated to Oklahoma City from Seattle in 2008. They did it with flair. They did it with conviction, and just the whole regular season. I saw an interesting stat that I want to share with you. Thunder won 68 games in the regular season,
Right.
beating opponents by 12.9 points per game, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty dominant, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty dominant regular season. Pretty dominant. So,
Now, my question to you, Coach Q, is I know that you watched the game. What was your sentiments? What were your thoughts?
well, game seven started out like it was going to be a really good game.
I know. Yes.
Started out like it'd be a really good game, man. And then, Tyrese went down. So,
Oh, man.
kind of changed the game. They hung in there for a little while when he first got injured, but then OKC just took off.
Uh,
OKC took off, man. So SGA played good ball. He got his teammates involved. Game seven more, still scored, but he got his teammates involved. I think he finished with like 11 or 12 assists.
yeah.
So he just played all around game. Jalen was still good when Chet came to play. When he played, it take the team to another level. So
Yeah.
yeah, any games that he played well in, they won them games. When he
Yeah.
when he didn't kind of score the ball, they kind of struggle. So I think when Chat played good, they played team went play good. Yeah,
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. And, you know, man, first I want to say Tyrese, man. I mean, I was so excited. He's hitting them threes to start off. And
right,
I'm just like, man, this is about to be a game.
right.
Can my winning ticket, can my plus 500, my plus 700, can it ring some bells?
Yeah, I know you were. I know you were.
And then all of a sudden, man, the air just, I mean, just the balloon got deflated, and you were just, I mean, you can just hear a pin drop. And it was just like, wow. I think everybody just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, man. I hate it for the young guy. I'm wondering, like if it was a regular season game, he most definitely wouldn't have played,
No.
right? And these calf injuries, they keep
Yeah.
turning into Achilles tears.
I know. That's weird.
I know, man. So even in playing in, I don't know, man, I don't want to say, but even playing in the championship game, is it worth it?
Right.
Point, man. Like the calf strains turn into Achilles tears quite often now.
Yeah.
You know,
It's real interesting you said that, but you're right.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, man, is it even worth it? Now you might set your franchise back. I mean, hopefully he's young, he'll bounce back, but
Yeah.
That's just a terrible injury to have, though.
It's a very terrible um, injury to have. And we, whether it doesn't matter what sport that you're in,
Right.
we've seen players that have gotten suffered from injuries like that never were the same after they recovered.
No, no, they not, man. I tore my Achilles when I was about 27 playing pickup basketball, man.
Wow, how was that experience?
Man, and I didn't even know that my Achilles had ruptured. I thought somebody was throwing on the court. I thought somebody threw something and hit me in the back of my leg. And I turned around and said, man, I turned around and said, man, who's throwing on the court? And then when I went to try to stand back up, I couldn't. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And I couldn't, yeah, I'm like, you can't stand on your tiptoes. But it felt like
Wow,
somebody kind of like threw something and hit me in the back of my leg.
wow,
Yeah, that's what it felt like somebody hit me in the back of my leg with something. And I'm like, man, who throwing on the court? And then I tried to get up, couldn't get up. And then for a couple of days, I still didn't really know what it was, you know.
wow.
And I was trying to like work my foot out and stuff. So I would think my mom like, well, you need to go ahead to the doctor. You messing around. So I went to the doctor. He was like, yeah, man, your Achilles tore. It done rolled up like a lampshade. Yeah. So I got it repaired by ECU sport doctors. And I was about 28, 27, 28. I kind of bounced back, still play my pickup ball and stuff.
You bounce back.
Yeah, I bounced back, and it got to a point where I even forgot about it. I forget about it at times now. When it first happened, I was thinking about it a lot when I was, got back to playing like pickup basketball and playing a lot of slow pitch softball. I would think about it, but then after about a year, I kind of even forgot about it.
You know what? We actually have video proof that you forgot about it because I have a video that we're going to show the audience right now of Coach Q jump roping. Let's check it out. Yeah, it looks like you forgot about it.
Yeah, after a while, I forgot about it. When it first happened, it was on my mind, like, yeah, is it gonna happen again? But after time went past, I kind of forgot about it and got back to playing regularly.
That was great, man. Seeing you jump rope, that was funny. SGA 29 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds. Okay. Oklahoma City outscored the Pacers 34-20 in the third quarter. Now here's the thing. I mean, I really think if Tyrese was playing, the Pacers might have won this game. The 18 points were off 8 Pacer turnovers. I mean, they turned over the ball, tremendously.
Right, right.
It just got sloppy.
Yeah, it did. And then I'm gonna tell you, man, X factor of the series, people probably didn't realize it, but you go back and look at the box scores. Obi Toppin, man, was a big part of Pacers wins and losses. When he
Yeah,
played well, the Pacers won. Game seven,
yeah,
he had no points.
0.
I think game six, he scored 20. So
Yeah,
he was big off the bench for the Pacers, which the Pacers bench, played well all season.
he
So
was. He was. That's a very good point.
um yeah, I think I'm in a different game with Tyrese. I don't know if the Pacers would have won. That was kind of your pick, so I expect for you to say
Ah,
that. But I picked OKC to win it. But I'm gonna tell you this, man, the Pacers gave them more of a series than I thought.
they really did. They
They
really
really
did.
did, man. I thought OKC would, get it in 5 or 6. I thought the Pacers would play well throughout the game, and OKC would still win it. But man, they took them to the limit. And
They took it to the limit. They took it to look, 23 turnovers. I mean, Oklahoma scored 32 points. 32 points from 23 turnovers.
yeah,
You know, I mean, just like I said, 8 Pacer turnovers in the third, but 23 turnovers. Think about that. 32 points.
yeah, that's a lot of turnovers.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you don't see that many turnovers in a high school game.
No, I think Tyrese would have definitely he would have been orchestrating that floor.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, that's what he do well. Man, so let me ask you this. I know I kind of mentioned it earlier, so but do you think it was worth it playing in the championship game?
I don't think that it's worth it if you know it's a situation that you're not going to be as good as you were. But I can understand the mindset. You know, you
Right,
want to be the best. You want to go to that elite level. This is what elite players do and
right,
play through injury.
right,
Uh, so from a logical standpoint, no.
right,
But most elite anything in life are not logical when it comes to stuff like that, you know?
right. Yeah, no, you can't be right.
Yeah. So I think that's what makes the difference. I think if there was a way that he could have hopped on that court
Yeah,
and played and been limping, he would have played.
yeah, I think so, man. I think, but like I brought up earlier, I think they're gonna have to start taking in consideration, man, that calf injury. I mean, it's turned into um, ruptured Achilles, and it's just a whole different type of injury, man. I think you have to start taking into consideration what the injury
Yeah,
is. You know,
that's true. That's a real interesting thing. And you know what? You mentioned something about ECU sports doctors. We might have to get an ECU sports doctor on the show. I think that would be fun.
yeah, to see what's the correlation to the calf string and then turn it into a ruptured Achilles. Yeah, that'll be
That'll be exciting.
yeah, will be.
Speaking of exciting, KD is headed to a loaded supporting cast. A loaded supporting cast. Uh man, what a trade.
Yeah, man, this got bounced around more than the basketball.
I mean, this is crazy.
I know. I think the Rockets gonna be good. They got a really good team, and then to add KD to the team, they was already good last year.
They were tough.
Yeah, they was good last year. They was right there on the cuff of things. So I'm guessing they thinking KD can get them over the hump, but he don't really got a track record of doing that for teams.
He doesn't. And I'm glad that you said that because he ended up winning only a single playoff series. Only a single playoff series during the 3 seasons that he was playing with the Suns.
Mm.
So,
And if go ahead,
no, I'm actually speechless when I found that out.
right? If you would have said that, after that move made, after that trade got made, or when the Suns picked him up, that him and Booker will only have one playoff series win, I wouldn't have believed it.
I would have never believed it, especially the way Booker was playing.
Right before he came over, then you added Bill.
Man,
It's just something about Kevin Durant teams, man. They just
it's
come up.
something about it's something about it.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, he won one with Golden State, but I mean, Golden State had everybody there. I
Right,
mean,
yeah, he had 1-2 with them.
he won
Yeah,
two with them. But I
right,
mean, I don't know what it is. And then I don't know what it is about, Phoenix Suns have been a team that just can't seem to get over the hump
right,
completely. They had that one year where they went and
yeah,
things look and that was a sad year, that it didn't work out for Chris Paul. But I just don't know.
right, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, KD is a great player. He can
I don't
really
think he could be the. I don't know if he's necessarily the blame for it all.
no, but as the best player, you take the credit. Gotta get the
Right.
thing. He's just not the type of player that make everybody else better.
That's the thing. He's a player that's good. He could create space. He could create his own shot
Right.
offensively, but he's more idealistic as an individual kind of guy,
Yeah.
opposed to really getting the team fired up kind of guy.
Yeah. Right. And he can pass the ball, but I don't know. He just don't really get many assists. He's a basketball player, but he just don't really get many assists and don't really rebound well. Neither to be 7 foot.
Yeah,
He can rebound, but he should rebound a little more. Be a little bit more efficient on the boards for his teams.
and he's still one of the greatest players in the world.
Right. Right. Yeah, I know, and that's
I
why I
mean,
said
that's the weird thing about it, right?
right. Yeah, that's the weird thing about it. It's just I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. So to go and say, with like you said, that Rocket team, they gonna be stout. They pretty good,
You
and
got Sengun that's coming to point, probably playing point center. I mean, you got Tari Eason
yeah, got them
that's
young
going to
kids.
be. He's going. I mean,
Yeah, I like
he's a stick of dynamite. You got Amon Thompson.
I like the Thompson kid, man.
That Thompson kid's got a lot of fire,
Yeah, he
a
do.
lot of poise. They just signed Fred Van Vliet, so
Right, Van Fleet there. He can play.
you got Reed Shepard over there.
Yeah, he didn't do much last year, but he should be
I
all
think
right.
I think he should be a little bit better
Right,
next year. And then Udaka's system. You already know he creates space, so
right.
I think that's going to really help Kevin Durant's game. And
Yeah,
and and maybe this is what the Rockets need because and we always look at it this way because we looked at it this way when it came to the Suns. We said, man, if Kevin Durant could be there with Booker, this is going to be awesome.
right,
You know, and now we're saying, well, if you had Kevin Durant during the time when the Rockets just couldn't win those games in the playoffs,
right.
maybe we're talking about them in the finals
Yeah,
or at least in the next round, right? Advancing.
yeah.
But it doesn't always work out that way.
No, just as Brooklyn.
Yeah. Right.
I just don't know. I don't know. He kind of he kind of stayed banged up a little bit too. You know,
Yeah,
just thin, and he kind of stayed hurt a lot.
he
So,
does.
and then he spent a lot of time on social media, going back and
He gets
forth.
caught up in some things.
He do, and I ain't mad at it, but some stuff you just gotta let just let it fly off your head, man. Like water off your back, man.
Just play ball,
Yeah,
man.
you can't take everything personal.
Nah, he could be Rob Tresvant every once in a while.
Right, right. Well, it's going too far when you're making a fake page. You're going too far.
Right.
Going too far there,
Right. Come on now.
Yeah, going too far. So, what you think this do for his legacy?
I think it makes it worse. Because here's what happens. And I love Kevin Durant. He's a great guy. But don't make a fake page, Kevin, please. Don't come after me.
Right.
Here's the thing. The more that you keep trading from team to team and not being successful in the postseason, the worse your legacy is going to become.
Right. Right.
Right?
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Um,
So the pressure's on him right now.
yeah, it is, man. He can repair what people think about him if he can go with the Rockets and win.
Yeah.
But like you said, if he go to the Rockets and don't win, it just make it
Yeah.
worse. Because you
Right.
know what he gonna be asking for in 2 more years, right?
A trade.
Ding, ding, ding. Right. Like, come on, man. And it's just amazing how somebody that good been moved that much in his prime.
Yeah.
You never really seen that. You never seen somebody.
Eventually, you start wondering where's the smoke coming from,
Right. You never seen
right?
somebody this good moved around in their prime like this. Late in your career, you might get shopped around. They
Yeah,
trying to use you as a piece, but when you're the best player on the team, you never really seen a
it
best
doesn't
player.
make sense.
Yeah, you never really seen a best player on the team get moved this much. This is 15.
Yeah,
You don't see it. It's like,
you don't see it. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
yeah, it is. So,
What's going on in that locker room?
yeah, I think it's kind of a ding on him too, man. I think it's a ding on his legacy. I don't think it's um, I don't think it's a hit to the player he is, and I think it's hard to differentiate that. You know,
Yeah,
um, but as his legacy, as like we all play to win. We all play to win championships. No matter what level you was playing on, you always was playing to win a championship. So,
right, correct.
that kind of put a ding on the legacy part. But I guess if you understand what I'm saying, don't take a hit to what type of player he is because he gonna still be an all time great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
individually, he's going to be an all-time great.
right. But
But
go ahead.
no, you can't. I mean, like he's not gonna fall in the.
Right,
He's not gonna be in the conversation of
right.
some of the elite.
Yeah, right.
He'll be right outside of it.
Yeah, right. Yep. That's what I was just thinking. That's what I was just thinking, man. It's just he won't be mentioned with the elite, man, just because he just didn't win enough, and then he just didn't do it. I guess the way that they did it,
Right.
you know. He just didn't do it the way they did it. And just crazy to think about, man. How many teams he been on and be so good?
What do you have there, Dan? Oh, Dan, be careful. Consumer fireworks are very dangerous. Thousands of people are injured every year. Going to try again, eh? Look, Dan, wouldn't it be safer to just watch professional displays of fireworks at the park or on TV? Come on, Dan. Did you know that on a typical Independence Day, more fires are reported than any other day of the year, and that half of those fires are caused by fireworks? Life isn't a cartoon. Don't use consumer fireworks. It's not worth the risk. Learn more about it at nfpa.org.
Celebrate Independence Day in true patriotic style at Onslow County's Freedom Festival at Onslow Pines Park. This free family-friendly event features live entertainment, delicious food trucks, fun activities for all ages, and a dazzling fireworks show to cap off the night. Onslow Pines Park is located at 1250 Onslow Pines Road in Jacksonville. This event is also sponsored by Dream Entertainment. Happy 5-year anniversary to Anthony's Barbershop of Jacksonville, North Carolina. Anthony's Barbershop is a place that feels like home, treats you like family, and produces quality haircuts. Join us on Wednesday, July 2nd at 12 o'clock noon to celebrate our ribbon cutting. Light refreshments will be served, and we're offering 10% off all haircuts for the first hour following the ceremony. Anthony's Barbershop is located at 233 Western Boulevard, Suite B2 in Jacksonville, North Carolina. For more information or to book your appointment, call 910-337-8133. That's 910-337-8133.
We interrupt this broadcast for the Second Opinion halftime show.
Hey everybody, this is Derry Austin with my song The One You Want. and you're watching Second Opinion.
I see you're by yourself at a table for two. If you don't mind, I'd like to join you. No, I'm not 6'4" with six-pack abs. Right now, girl, let's not think about that. Just have one round, I'll drop 20 pounds. There's a hunk underneath this chunk. With them beer goggles on, you wanna take me home. You might regret it when the morning comes, but tonight I can be the one you want. You know them buffed out dudes rarely have a clue of what a woman needs or wants. I'm a special guy, you know, the romantic type. In no time at all, I could change your thoughts. Just have another round, I'll drop 20 pounds. There's a hunk underneath this chunk. With them beer goggles on, you wanna take me home. You might regret it when the morning comes, but tonight I can be the one you want. Oh, I've got a magic touch, I can make you fall in love. I've got what you need, give me the chance and you will see. So have one more round, I'll drop 20 pounds. You'll see the hunk underneath this chunk. Them beer goggles on, you wanna take me home. You won't regret it when the morning comes. Girl, tonight I'll prove I am the one you want.
Hey everybody, it's Kevin Sutton from the Four Baggers. My songwriting partner and bandmate Eli Sands are thrilled that Second Opinion is featuring our new single, The Other Side. Just a good old-fashioned protest song. Enjoy.
They come to line their pockets. They've come to steal the tolls. They've come to fill the sockets in their endless greedy souls. The con men have the badges. Now all is optional. The fleecing of the masses is happening in full. Don't give up an inch to the other side. Don't give them a place to run and hide. Don't give up the dream without a fight. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Yeah. Don't stop. Yeah. Stop. Don't stop. Yeah. The other side is siding with the men who have the gold. The other side is hiding all the lies they bought and sold. The voices in the distance, they're trying to drown out our voices of resistance. They're getting louder now. Don't give up an inch to the other side. Don't give them a place to run and hide. Don't give up the dream without a fight. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Yeah. Don't stop. Yeah. Don't stop. Yeah. Fight the fight. 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 They're hoping we don't notice. Don't see the sleight of hand. The cards that they have shown us were never in the plan. They wrap themselves in fabric to hide the naked truth. The clothes they came to town with were never sewn for you. Don't give up an inch to the other side. Don't give them a place to run and hide. Don't give up the dream without a fight. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up an inch to the other side. Don't give them a place to run and hide. Don't give up the dream without a fight. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight.
This halftime show was sponsored by Nash Studios of Greenville, North Carolina. Located in downtown Greenville, North Carolina, Nash Studios is a place where creatives can collaborate and capture their artistic expression. Take your art to the next level at Nash Studios, which offers a variety of services such as audio recording, video and photography services for your music video, podcast, and more. Scan the QR code to begin your artistic journey at Nash Studios today, or call 252-559-0410. That's 252-559-0410. Nash Hot Chicken is your destination for hot chicken, cold beer, and live music. Entertain your taste buds with all-star favorites on our Nashville-inspired menu. A full bar featuring domestic, local brews, and try a Nash signature cocktail like our Music City Mule. Make Nash Hot Chicken the choice for your next get-together. Ask us about catering your next event. Nash Hot Chicken is open every day and located at 114 East 5th Street in downtown Greenville, North Carolina. For more information, call 252-999-5444. That's 252-999-5444.
Good morning, beautiful people. Roy the Rapper here, coming to you with the word of the day. Happy Juneteenth to all my beautiful folk out there. And I'm just going to jump straight into it. Psalm 30, verse 5. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. I find it so much easier to speak on verses that I can relate with, and this is one of them right here. This verse offers suggestions that even in times of sorrow or weeping, joy will eventually come. Listen, I've cried, you've cried, we've all cried. Have you ever cried your eyes out about a situation that you felt hopeless or felt like it was the end or whatever the case may be and woke up and felt renewed? That's the power of this verse right here, because there's nothing but God and God's promises, okay? But joy cometh in the morning, okay? The morning symbolizes a new beginning and a time of renewed joy and happiness. If you woke up, you woke up feeling brand new, because I can tell you right now, I can speak on this all day, but I'm trying to keep it short. God hears us. God hears your prayers. God is with us, okay? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Give God the praise when you find that joy, when you feel that joy, no matter how bleak the situation may have seemed or may have been. Just take comfort in knowing that God is with us. God loves you. I love you. Spread love, because that's the missing ingredient that can heal the world right here, okay? Psalm 30, verse 5. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Stand on it, believe it, and embrace it. God bless you all. Roy the Rapper, and I'm out.
talking about rings. Let's talk a little bit about ring culture. Tracy McGrady, he made a comment stating that if he had what they had or what someone had, that he would be revered. Did you get a chance to check that out?
Yeah, I saw it. He pretty much said if he replaced Kobe and played with Shaq, he would have the rings. And he was adamant about it. He was like, "You don't think I wouldn't have won championships if I was playing with Shaq?" So he said it would be world champion if he was in place instead of Kobe.
And let's just set it like this, just for the audience to know. And I'm sure most of the audience knows. And if you don't know, well, now you know. Tracy McGrady is one of the most exciting basketball players that's played the game. Scored a total of 18,381 points. He's played 15 seasons for 7 different teams. Is this starting to sound like KD over here? Averaging 19.6 points per game across 938 regular season games. Top 75 all-time player.
Right.
But he's trying to put himself in the top 5, probably in a lot of people's rankings, by saying if he played with Shaq, he would have the rings. I mean, what do you feel about that, Coach Q?
Man, I'm gonna start this. Tracy McGrady was my second favorite player.
Oh no,
all the time.
Here we go. Here comes the bias. Here comes the bias stuff.
So let's go ahead and throw that out there. You know, my favorite player all time was Scottie Pippen. So Tracy was my second favorite player, man. Woody won rings with Shaq. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, yeah. At that time, the Lakers had a bunch of good role players behind them. You know, Derek Fisher, Robert Horry hit a bunch of big time shots, man.
Oh, big time shots.
So Shaq and Kobe didn't always had to close the game, you know, or didn't hit final shots. Because Derek Fisher and Robert Horry did some of that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing right there. And then other thing, man, it was Shaq time. It was Shaq time to win. Shaq was like 7 seasons in. That's about the same time when, you know, other people win their rings. Shaq was the most dominant player in the NBA at that time.
Yes.
So, and, you know, I think Shaq and Penny would have won rings if they didn't have their fallout in Orlando. I really think that.
Yeah, that definitely probably would have happened. Yes.
Yeah, I think Shaq and Penny would have won rings, not just, you know, having T-Mac in the equation. But I'm going to say this. I don't think T-Mac could have won rings with Paul Gasol and Lamar Odom if he replaced Kobe with that team.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think so, man. Kobe was a different breed, man.
He just was. Come on,
breed, man. You know, so I'm gonna give him that what he said. I think he would have won rings with Shaq. Because man, Shaq was just so dominant. And don't get me wrong, Kobe played his part too. But Shaq walked away with them 3 final MVPs. You know, Shaq was I think he won MVP regular season one time with a regular season. But he could have won it more if he could make free throws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would have won more if he could have made free throws. But Shaq was just the most dominant force in the NBA at the time, man. So I think T-Mac would have won the rings with him, but to put things in perspective, T-Mac wouldn't have won those rings with Paul Gasol and Lamar Odom.
No, I 100%. My second opinion to that is everything that you said, because, you know, T-Mac is a phenomenal player. And I do think he would have won with Shaq. But with that other team, no. Kobe was special.
Yeah.
Kobe had this willpower that you know you're going to see it once in a once in, I don't know, every blue moon.
Right.
In a player. Kobe was obsessed.
Right.
He had an obsession. And it's very rare when you meet those kind of individuals.
Yeah.
But when you get to see them play, he was like Michael Jordan. I mean, he really modeled his game to be like Mike. And even though he wasn't Mike, he was the closest thing to it.
Right.
And the way that he modeled his game and the
Yeah.
way that his competitive drive. T-Mac was competitive. But
Right.
he didn't have that Kobe Black Mamba thing going on.
Yeah. The word you said hit it right on the head. Obsessed.
Yeah.
And a lot of the players are not obsessed with winning, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kobe was obsessed with winning.
Kobe was obsessed with winning.
You hit the nail on the head with that one, man. Kobe was obsessed, man. Some of these guys not. They win.
They're not.
No, they win if they lose.
Right.
They okay with it. All the way, even LeBron. You're not obsessed with winning.
Yeah.
No, Kobe was obsessed with winning, man.
Obsessed.
He was.
That got me pumped up.
Yeah, he was, man. He hit the nail on the head, man. He really was. And so then you spoke about something earlier too, man, like the ring culture. So it's a big argument going on in the I guess the players driven journalist field. It's like disconnect on how important a ring should be.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a lot of disconnect going on, Gilbert Arenas, Tracy McGrady, and I want to say with Jay Will, they was up there with Stephen A. Smith saying that a ring, not having a ring shouldn't deter you from being mentioned as one of the greats. Not winning a ring is not that big of a deal.
It's easy to say that when you don't have right?
Right. Guys, talking about not winning a ring is not that big of a deal. I think, you know what, Sly? I think that's why they don't got one.
Right. There you go. What did we just say? Obsession. They weren't obsessed enough to get one. Because if you think that it's not big of a deal, that's why you don't have one. And not only that, it is, I mean, come on, this is a beautiful game. This is a game that has tradition and legacy and all the richness and for young athletes, young aspiring athletes that are even watching this show. You strive to be great in your sport. You strive to win a championship ring. Let's not take that away from the game now. Come on. I mean, enough's enough, okay? It's already getting crazy out there from an individual standpoint where you start worrying about team ball eventually. But let's not get into saying the rings don't mean anything. Come on.
Right. Like you said, it ain't everything, It ain't everything, but it's what you play for. And I know it's a team game, and you got to have a team around you to win championships. So I understand that part of it. So that was their argument pretty much, like I never had the team around me to do that. I never had a team around me to win a championship. So that was their argument. And what you think about that argument?
I mean, from that standpoint, playing devil's advocate, I mean, I get it, right?
Right.
You're on a bad team and you're a great player and you're saying, hey, I'm better than this guy that's got 5 rings. I'm better than Robert Horry.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if you're comparing a player like Robert Horry, now we have a discussion. But if you're comparing yourself to someone like Jordan or Kobe or Magic,
right,
I don't think we have a discussion.
Right. And that's and that's what I be trying to tell people. Like people are like, man, rings ain't everything. If that was the case, Bill Russell be the best player.
Right.
So I'm like, man, it ain't just all about the rings. Rings come into play when it's when numbers are similar.
Right.
You know, when the grade of the player is about the same. You know, the ranking of the player is about the same. So then now something got to, break that tie.
Break the tie. Be the
Right.
differentiator.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that usually then that comes to how much did you win? How much of an impact did you have on your team winning? So yeah.
And it's sad because you look at players like Dominique Wilkins,
Right.
that never really had a great, supporting cast behind him. And I mean, just imagine what he would have been if he was playing with the Lakers during that time.
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand it. I mean,
Right.
as much as I don't want to devalue the ring,
Yeah.
I can kind of understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. I think that you should bow out gracefully and accept what it was, and some things are better unsaid.
It's like Karl Malone, Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley.
They're great players, but they don't have the ring. So it is what it is. It's like going into the nightclub. You could be a great guy, but you don't got the bottle at the table, man. You got a drink in your hand. I mean, I don't know who made the rules, man, but it is what it is.
Right. I think that's what they saying though. That's what the people that don't have a ring, they saying like,
Yeah.
I should be mentioned right along. I ain't saying I'm better than them, but you need to mention me along with them.
She should think that I'm better than him. Even though I got this cocktail in my hand and he's got 2 bottles over there.
Yeah.
I'm probably right if I was to say that, right? But it is what it is. It's a team sport, and it's going to be celebrated as a whole, and not individually when it comes to conversation about who's got a ring opposed to who doesn't have a ring. I just, and I can look at it both ways. I can understand their argument to some degree, but it is what it is.
Yeah, because it's almost like, people are like, man, when you got them rings, it's almost like you can't even be compared to somebody, when you don't have rings, it's like you can't even be compared to somebody that does have rings. It's like it's no comparison when they are similar players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They really are similar.
But always remember, like, when they're comparing, they're never comparing like someone like Robert Horry that's got 5 rings to someone like
no. I'm saying I'm talking about caliber of player. I mean, you got to be a certain
It's got to be a certain caliber.
Yeah, it got to be a certain caliber player to start being compared. And I mean that be the difference between the rankings of the good players or the great players. That'd be the difference. That's how you you rank the players with the rings over the players without the rings, and that player without the rings may even average more points.
He may.
You know what I'm saying? May have better stats, but that player got the ring. So.
And speaking of Tracy McGrady, T-Mac, 2-time scoring champion, 7-time All-Star, All NBA selection. Well, his thing was injuries. Longevity was a factor. And I guess we can throw in the fact that he didn't have Shaq.
Right. I mean, he had Yao Ming. He had his opportunities, man. Like I say, he had injuries. Even they just, he played with Yao Ming. Yao Ming played good too, but he had injury. He got injured too, kind of early. I mean, he played a few years, but he had more years left before he started having foot trouble.
Yeah.
He had more years left before he started having foot trouble. So and then, T-Mac obviously had injury history. And he was a good player, great player. Like I say, he's my second favorite player of all time. He can put the ball in the basket and defend.
And Kobe would say it. Kobe would say, and I've heard Kobe say it.
Yeah, right.
You know, that was one of the hardest guys to stop, if not the hardest.
The hardest. He said it. He said, I hated to stick him, and I hated when he had to stick me.
Right. So maybe T-Mac qualifies for that debate more than some other players that are jumping on that wagon.
Right. Yeah.
Let's make that our final conclusion.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that.
And I also agree with this. Second opinion is meant for these kind of conversations. So it's great that we can see all the things, all the different headlines, and adding our little spice to it.
Right.
That's what makes this show so unique, my brother.
It does, man. It does. Man, I want to piggyback one more thing, man. Do you think Mark Jackson should be the coach of the New York Knicks?
Woo! I would definitely give it to him, man. I would give it to him. I think he would be a perfect candidate.
Right.
I think he would be the guy.
I think so.
And it almost gave me goosebumps because I feel something with that.
Right. You know, they went after Jay Wright. I think he, turned it down. I think the only guy, man, that's perfect for that New York Knicks job is Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson would be fantastic for
I think so, man. I think it'll be remarkable, man, if he be the one to get the Knicks back to the finals.
Oh, he will get them going, man.
Yeah, I think it'll be remarkable if he can get the Knicks back to the finals. And it's there. Like, the East is there for the taking.
There for the taking.
The East is there for the taking. No Tatum. Pacers not going to be the same. No Tyrese. The Bucks not going to be the same.
Yeah, they got a shot.
All right.
Whoever they get to be the leader is going to dictate, what their season is going to look like. But that guy there, I think Spike Lee would give you a thumbs up on that one.
Yeah, I think Mark Jackson should be the coach, man. Like I said, the East is wide open, man. Just based on how the year ended this year with all the injuries.
Right.
Yeah, you don't know what Greek Freak gonna do. And the Knicks is in the driver's seat right now, just based off health.
The Knicks need to drop some dimes, my brother.
Right.
They got to figure it out, my brother.
Yeah. Maybe
they already dropped a few dimes because they didn't like that coach. So, the players are going to get what they want, which is a new coach. Now they're going to have to play with whatever coach they get.
Right.
So
I think Mark Jackson would be the one.
Mark Jackson will be excellent addition.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, me too.
My brother is on and popping like back to school shopping. Another wonderful episode. And next week we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to jump on the rankings, the ranking ship once again. And I want to get a list from you. I want you to put some thought in it. The top 10 greatest NBA players of all time.
Sound interesting, man. I'm pretty sure they all gonna have rings.
And that's got a good ring to it. I'll see you soon, my brother.
Yes, sir.
OfficeWorks Plus of Williamston, North Carolina is your go-to resource for packaging, shipping around the world, printing, and business service needs for Eastern North Carolina. OfficeWorks Plus also provides notary public services, and their store provides office, packaging, and school supplies as well. OfficeWorks Plus is located at 825A East Boulevard in Williamston, North Carolina. For more information, call 252-792-6116. That's 252-792-6116.